What's up, Zero Game? Boy, do I have a video for you all today. I might be sitting in my chair a little weird. I have my little cute kitten. She's sleeping right now. I don't know if I should show you guys. She's actually pretty cute. Sphinx cat. This video starts. Got this little gremlin right here. She's a little Sphinx cat. She's sleeping. She wanted me to leave her alone, but I got this little cutie. I'm gonna be sitting in my chair a little weird because I got her in my chair. She likes to cuddle a lot. But enough with the kitten. Let's get down to the video you guys are waiting for. So we have Candace Owens versus, I want to say Nicki Minaj, but it's Cardi B. They're practically the same person. One is a little bit more popular than the other, and you know, Nicki Minaj obviously is a little bit more out of shape than Cardi B, right? So we have two really big names, one in a completely different field, and I guess this is pretty much how it started. Ben, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Sharprio or whatever, he basically was talking to Candace, which is this video right here we're going to react to in a second. He was talking to Candace pretty much about her thoughts on the music industry, on how I guess it affects black communities and etc. I haven't seen the video at all, so I have no idea what they're going to talk about, but I kind of got the concept, and I really wanted to find out where this stemmed from. So pretty much this is how it started. If anyone else has anything before this, let me know. But it seems like he kind of started it, the man to the right, and then Candace. I'm going to make the screen a little bit smaller so you guys can really see what they're talking about. And then Candace pretty much gave her opinion, and then Cardi hit back. So this is going to be the official video, and I'm going to make another video after this so we can see online between their actual messages when they fuss with each other. I thought that was really funny. I thought it was really interesting. So I will be making a number 2 on this subject with Cardi B versus Candace, or Candace versus Cardi B. So without further ado, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, share it, comment. I want to know you guys' opinion on this. Who you guys side on? Are you guys siding with Cardi B, or are you guys siding with Candace Owens? But yeah, this is how it started. So let's get into this, guys. I really wanna see how this goes. Let's get into this.
So let's talk about the culture of music. So we have some agreements and we have some disagreements on the culture of music, famously. So when it comes to the culture of music that is consumed in the black community, obviously rap is at the top of the list. There's obviously a huge gap between the high forms of art that have been created by members of the black community and the rap culture of today. I mean, it's a pretty broad range between Nat King Cole and Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington and, say, Cardi B, who's now, I guess, interviewing the former vice president of the United States. What do you make of rap culture? Because you have sort of a split opinion on rap culture. Yeah. A little bit. Like, on the one hand, you seem to recognize some of the downsides of the messages being purveyed. On the other hand, you've suggested that there are some sort of differential messages in there that might be useful.
Right. So, I mean, there are definitely a minority of rappers who are rapping about things that are actually important. And I grew up listening to Jay-Z. I don't like Jay-Z anymore because of his politics, and I think he's being used and he's become a puppet. But growing up listening to his music actually did something differently, did something different for me when I would.
I like Jay-Z. I'm sorry to stop it, but I like Jay-Z. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a little bit lame now. He's kind of lame with a little afro and stuff like that. But I think Jay-Z's pretty cool overall. I mean, he has to be older. He wasn't keep talking about smashing chicks, even though he's married, and you know, the typical stuff. Like he can't rap about that stuff anymore. Like, come on, dude.
You know, a hopeless, impoverished person listening to his music, and he talked about how he made his way out. He wasn't talking about, you know, killing a bunch of people. He was talking about business, you know, and his Black album, he really talks about how he would not allow an industry to use him, how he understood what his worth was. These things were actually important lessons about business. And it came in a lyrical form, and it was good, right? I would say Kanye West, he's never really written about, like, go out, grab a gat, and just kill people. But unfortunately, today, that's the majority of what rap has become, right? And so I completely agree with your assessment about Cardi B. It is one of the biggest insults. If Black Americans are not insulted by the fact that Joe Biden, who has been hiding in his basement, you know, for the entire year, made an appearance to come out because he was going to do an interview with Cardi B. Do we have nothing better to offer? I mean, this would be akin to Donald Trump saying, I'm going to give no interviews, but he came up and he decided to give an interview to Justin Bieber. right? I mean, which I actually, Justin Bieber, I am sorry. I know you're a Christian man. I don't even want to put you in the same boat as Cardi B. But it would be absurd, right? White America would go, what is this? Why are you being interviewed by Justin Bieber?
Yeah, I agree.
It's because you're pandering, right? You're pandering. You look at Cardi B's Instagram, you see she has millions of followers, and you think, okay, this is an illiterate person, and if I appeal to this illiterate person, and she does, like she literally did,
she did
in the middle of this interview.
She has the clip
they
that she
think
did
she's
that
cool, she's hip, just by sitting here and taking this.
Yo, she literally did do good on the actual interview. It was very embarrassing. I'm gonna show you guys the clip.
How you doing?
Hi, buddy. How are you?
How are you? The name's Joe.
Well, hello there, Joe.
She gave her father, when she was growing up, she'd call me Joey B. So we may be related or something.
Yep, Cardi B and Joey B.
Most important thing in the world. They come first.
Yes, definitely. Always. My kid come first. Period.
Keep it that way.
So, Joe, I heard you got some questions for me.
In terms of this election.
I have a whole list of things that I want and I wish and I desire. Free college education, that's second. And I want black people to stop getting killed for cops too. If you kill somebody that doesn't have a weapon on them, you go to jail. You know what? If I kill somebody, I gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail too. That's all I want.
She literally did brr. Like it's so embarrassing to black people do. Like it's so unintelligent. Illiterate is the perfect word for her. Not to say she's not successful. She's a very successful woman, but Floyd Mayweather is also a very successful man that is illiterate. So, you know.
Review, black people vote for me. It's basically saying, black people, you are stupid. You are dumb, and you're so foolish. I mean, do you think, what if she just said in the middle of the interview, Joe Biden, can you name one Cardi B album? No, Joe Biden, do me a favor. Just one Cardi B lyric. He couldn't do it. Of course he's not, because he's being handled, and they're saying, black people like this person. This is what they're into. And so here you go, talk to her. Same thing with Hillary Clinton, when she went on the Breakfast Club, and she said she had hot sauce in her bag, right? She didn't know what Beyonce's song that came from. One of her handlers said, say this, right? Probably got the questions ahead of time. Say this. Say you keep hot sauce in your bag. Right now, Beyonce's song is trending, and it's hot sauce in my bag swag. And she looked like a fish out of water and said it. It is demeaning. It is pandering. It is ridiculous, okay? And she asked pointedly ridiculous questions. I want lower taxes, but I want universal health care for all. She had no idea what she was doing, and yet both Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden made the time to sit with her because they believe black people are stupid. And black people that thought, yay, that's a win. No, it's not a win. It shows you that they still believe that you are so stupid that they couldn't find many of the amazing intellectual black people that we have in the world to sit down with and ask them tough questions. An interview with Condoleezza Rice, right? An interview with Larry Elder. Even if you want somebody that is a Democrat, that's fine. There are way more.
Like the way she talks is so articulate. I love the way she talks, man. Like she puts her words together so well. She speaks so quickly, and she comes across like so clear. I absolutely love it, dude. Like, man. All right, let's get enough of that.
Intellectual black Democrats you could have sat down with, yet you chose an illiterate rapper, because that's what she is. She's illiterate.
Well, I mean, I would have paid money to hear Joe Biden's rendition of Wet Ass. As a popular rap artist myself, whose remix slaps significantly harder than the original, I can honestly say that Joe Biden's rendition, I would have paid good money for. So I need to ask you about the Kanye issue. So famously, we had a little bit of a tete-a-tete on Twitter when Kanye came out and he was supporting President Trump, and I said, live by the Kanye, die by the Kanye, which is mainly me saying, you know, Kanye takes a lot of positions on a lot of different issues, and you got a little bit upset about that, it seemed, on Twitter. So what do you think is the proper relationship between celebrity and politics? Because I am a strict down the line. I think celebrities have no place in politics unless they actually know what they are talking about on any sort of deep level. You know, I understand the impact of celebrity. I understand, but I object to it.
Right.
But you have, I think, a more nuanced version of that. So what's your view on celebrity and politics?
Yeah, with Kanye, I think what I was upset with was that so many people were just dismissing him and calling him crazy. And it's just not fair. I mean, I think I like Kanye. Kanye's a friend. And Kanye is a person that is a billionaire. And I would not take someone, to be like, he's richer than both you and I sitting here combined, right? I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe you're a billionaire. And people keep taking him lightly, and it's been his entire life. Kanye was not coming out telling people how to vote. He never said vote for this person. He never said do this. He never said listen to me, follow me. He simply said I support the president, and I'm tired of people bullying me, telling me that I can't wear a MAGA hat. And that was such an important message, especially for Black Americans. And maybe I was emotional in my response because it is so hard. You try being a Black conservative amidst Black Lives Matter, right? And go out and say I support the president, and you will see how you get treated, right? You it's easy, you get called racist. With us, it's ferocious. They want you gone. I mean, they will accuse you of anything. They want you gone. You get death threats. You get all of these horrible things. And here's a guy that's just saying, I'm no longer going to lie about who I support. Not if you don't support him, you're a racist. I mean, we know his wife is not a Trump supporter, despite the fact that she works with them. And I thought this is productive. It's a good thing for someone to say, I'm comfortable saying that I'm Black and I'm a conservative in the
totally
cultural realm, especially because we know most Black Americans have their eyes fixed culturally. That it just sent a huge signal that it's okay to break away from the hive mentality. Now, if Kanye was out there saying, I'd like to inform policy because I'm Kanye West, I'd like to go in, I will now be conducting the interviews, to sit down with candidates and make sure that what they're doing is great, I would have said, I have a problem with that, right? Because that's ridiculous. To assume that because you're, a cultural figure, you somehow are now smart enough to be asking political questions is pointedly ridiculous. So that was the nuance. He wasn't doing anything that I found to be harmful. He just was saying, I support the president.
So I actually agree with that. I think that it's actually a very important thing that Kanye West put on a MAGA hat and basically said, you know what, it's fine, I'm allowed to wear a MAGA hat, and certainly understand the perspective of being inside a minority group where it is considered verboten to be on a different side of the political aisle. So I'm very glad that happened. I mean, speaking of which, you talk about sort of policy influences. One of the areas in which Kanye and Kim actually did have a policy influence is on criminal justice reform. I know that you're an advocate also, I believe, of criminal justice reform.
Right.
So I was...
Maybe she was doing something productive. I don't know. I didn't really look into it to be 100, but I just thought it was really, really cringe. I think this is what they're talking about with Kim Kardashian. Just anything with Kim in it is just like throw up in my throat, dude. I have no respect for Kim. I have no respect for Cardi B either. But let's watch the rest of this and I give my final opinions at the end of the video. So
I had some difficulty with the criminal justice reform bill that the Trump administration pushed, mainly because I was not of the opinion the criminal justice system is inherently racist. I think there's a case to be made that we should cut back on the drug war because I think that there are a lot of people in jail for
ridiculous,
for silly crimes,
right?
Or crimes that at least they were in jail for too long for. But overall, I'm not of the opinion that people are being incarcerated for no reason, or that mass incarceration is a serious problem. So where are you on criminal justice reform? And do you think that is an effective version of outreach to Black Americans?
I think you can. I don't think there's a dichotomy here. I think you can believe in criminal justice reform without, subscribing to the idea that Black people are being put into jail for no reason. I don't believe. I believe both. I do not believe that Black Americans are being put into prison for no reason. But I do believe that some of the harsher sentencing that happened, when Bill Clinton became president, 3 strikes you're out, even if it's 3 small things, 3 strikes you're out, were wrong. And a lot of people were still serving prison sentences because of that. So I think, it's good to take a look at the criminal justice system. I don't think it's great, and I'm someone who grew up with uncles that were in and out of prison. I know for a fact when you get a kid when they're young and they're in the system, if you can help them get out, like when they leave, they get $50 in a bus ticket, right? What do you expect someone who's been in prison for a year, you give them $50 in a bus ticket to do in their life, right? They usually go back to crime because they have nothing. And so their way of trying to get ahead is to steal, to rob, do these things. What I loved about what they were doing was creating these transition programs, which were so desperately needed, because you don't want somebody who's desperate dropped back into your community. You want somebody who goes, okay, we're gonna help you find a job, we're gonna help you get on your 2 feet, and that is what I loved and supported about the programming. I do not at all believe that Black Americans are being targeted by the criminal justice system at all. I'm actually staunchly against that. We commit more crimes.
So it wasn't so much aimed at Cardi. This was more so about, I guess, a couple of different questions. I pretty much, as you guys can see, this kind of sparked up Cardi B, retaliating back against what Candace said, but apparently Ben said it first in the video and she didn't say anything to Ben, and I really don't know why. Maybe because no one knows who Ben is, but Ben, I believe he's been in the game a lot longer than Candace, but Candace is Black, so of course she gets more light on it. But yeah, pretty much what she said was pretty much true, man. I can't really disagree with anything that she said. I know people are gonna feel like, oh, Casco, you're biased because of this and that, and how you feel about this and that. But this is my YouTube channel. This is my thoughts, how I see things. I'm gonna call it how I see it. I can't disagree with literally one thing that she said. Cardi B is an abomination, really. She raps about stupid stuff. She really doesn't have any talent, and she's a terrible rapper, to be 100. She can't rap for anything. I mean, she's the typical bad B, you know, not to lose my monetization, but she's a typical bad B. You get what I'm saying? And the same way I can't tell Megan the Stallion, Cardi B, Black China, Nicki Minaj, and the rest of them, they're all literally the same people. Like, they all look the same, they all act the same, and they all, well, Megan Thee Stallion looks like a dude, so that's a little bit different. But for the rest of them, they all look like the same. They all look the same. They all had surgery. They all had butt implants. They all had breast implants. They all rap about the same thing. They're like carbon copies of each other. So I really don't understand why people actually might have a choice with that. But what do I know, right? They're famous, I'm not. They're rich, I'm not. But that's just my opinion on the whole thing. I really feel that Candace is really making a difference, and she really is helping out the Black community. Whether Black people see it or not, she's like one of the final people. I feel like Trump, Candace Owens, even this guy Ben, Caitlyn Bennett, there's a couple other people I can't remember right now, but they are like the final people to keep like America what it is. Because without them, like, I really feel that all hope is lost, man. I really do in my heart and soul, and that's really what I feel in my heart. Like, after I've done my own research, not just listen to what other people said, but after I've done my own research too, I just really realized, like, hey man, the people that are so hated, the people that, you know, are the R words, you guys know what I'm trying to say, and it ends with a T, those, you know, all the stuff they're trying to say that because they're the people that's actually looking out for the actual people. They are the last stands of before things turn into like putting, not to go into conspiracies, but putting chips in your neck, dude. Putting chips in your neck, and you're not having a say. Like, they choose what job you have. Right now, it's if you work hard, you can be something in life. America's one of the only places like that on the planet. You work hard, you can be something in life. You put the effort, you will be something in life. And to be honest, the Democrats were just trying to take that away, man. And I know I want to be rich. I know my worth. I think very highly of myself. So I don't want to be put into that pool. I don't want free stuff everything the Democrats stand for. I don't want it. Period. But this is getting too much about me. So let's just go back to what I was saying. And the bottom line, Candace is right. I completely agree with her. But I will be making a part 2 of this. You guys really check that video out. I'm gonna be looking at the text messages on Twitter between Candace and Cardi B. They're very funny. I actually read some of them, so I will be making a part 2 of this, like I said. And I think that pretty much covers the video, man. This is pretty much how it started, and we're gonna see how it ends. So I'll see you guys in the next video.
Just take me away.